Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. I cannot complain myself, dude. This right here is just an interesting story, man. I feel like Mitch and Paid in Full, man. I love the game, man. I love this. You feel me? Not like to the fact of all this commotion is going on, and the social media, and and all this craziness. You feel me? The screen records, snapshots. Nah, not all that. But like to the fact of game corner pocket aspect on this one, I have to give a head nod to Key. That's Ray Schumer, the group, not the lead vocalist, but Slim Jxmmi. You feel me? His baby mom, I think her name is Kiara Marie. She basically catches this, man. Like she catches this, which is crazy. And like they had some type of domestic violence in the past, but like she cleared that up. She was like, I think he ended up getting arrested and getting charged for something like that, but she was basically coming to his defense saying like, no, it was nothing physical. It was like all verbal. And I think the neighbor ended up calling the cops. You can't, in situations like that, you can't even help it. Things like that go on. But it's just so interesting, man, to where you don't know nobody. You don't know, man. You don't. And regardless of the situation that happened in the past, they're still together. And she catches him doing this, and it's insanity because they like, they're still talking, right? I don't believe they're married, but they just have a child together. But the other couple, Marcel Somerville and his wife, I believe her name is Rebecca Vieira, and that's a Brazilian last name, Vieira. And basically the whole situation that happened was, she's like, and they in UK, like he's flying well across the country to go grab that, which is ridiculous. I mean, it's narcissism. It's a narcissistic relationship where they're just like, they're both of each other's supply and they're feeding off of each other, and it's just this one big ruse, this one big game that's being played where it's a happy home displayed for social media and for everybody to see, but behind closed doors, they're they're stepping out on their marriage on one side. The other side is just they're stepping out, period, on their relationship. And you have to kind of, you just got to kind of watch stuff like that. You feel me? Because you can, like Future say, don't get too comfortable. And that's exactly what it is at the end of the day. People are just getting too comfortable. But this is what happened. So Key, Slim Jxmmi's baby mother, she catches him in a lie. Basically he's trying to like link with her, basically saying, hey, whenever you feel comfortable to make the move, I got you, don't worry. He's trying to like basically, I want to say, jump relationships or just have her on the side. She logs into this guy's iMessages, gets the password, some type of deal, and she just screenshots the whole thing. And the sad part is that this guy who believes he's happily married with a kid doesn't know any of this is happening, and it's interesting because, okay, there's a domestic violence case floating around in this. whether you want to realize it or not. It's one floating around in this situation. And even though it doesn't come from that side of the fence, I'm just saying, like, look at this situation to where you see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, when I say, once again, domestic violence it's not okay. No matter, who, what, when, where, and why, it's not okay. But I'm saying, you see situations and you like, well, how, you know what I'm saying? How does it get to that level? Exhibit A. She's sending nudes to this dude, right? And she's married. On Valentine's Day, she's texting this guy, basically saying, I wish we were together, and sending pictures, and they're talking and all this craziness, man. It's so sad. I was watching, I'll be watching videos and stuff. I'm watching this one video, and this lady, it's sad, dude. This lady, this is how the story went. This her parents that came over, right? And the guy that she's talking to, he's like maybe 12 years older than she is. And the dad, because of the age difference, the dad makes a comment. He says, hey, he basically tells him, like, when she was a little kid, she was talking to a guy who was like, much older than she was. And she ended up getting in trouble because of that or whatever. You feel me? Basically the dad was telling the husband, the boyfriend, whatever, that, she was talking to somebody older when she was young. So, like, basically telling the father was telling the husband or whatever, the boyfriend, that, hey, this is what she does. She does this. You see what I'm saying? He just, like, flat out, he just gave it up. He went over there, laid it out for him, and they ate dinner. They did, the whole family, her whole family went over there. You see what I'm saying? And he just drops the bomb, and then they like, all right, nice meeting you or whatever. The food was good. We out. And he leave. You know what I'm saying? He drops a bomb like that, and he just leaves his daughter there or whatever. So some craziness is about to ensue. This guy beats this. It's not funny whatsoever. This dude beats this woman's face in, bro. I'm like, that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? Literally breaks her face. Orbital bone. I mean, blood, her half of her face is just drenched in blood. I believe the neighbor, same situation. Neighbor hears this commotion, calls the cops. This guy has her like hiding out, so when the cops do come, they don't find her or whatever. Cops come find her, and it's this whole domestic abuse case that goes on. But this is what I'm saying. Situations like that is how, you feel me, is how this stuff takes off. Marcel, I believe he moved out the family house. He's like a UK rapper, and he's like a TV personality. He was on a few reality shows as well, and he has a following. So it's like he has money, but at the end of the day, she's basically using him for like a face card. And like both of the women are like, I'll be honest, both of the women are beautiful. They're pretty or whatever. I know that's like very cliche to say that now. Like it's almost tiresome of having to state that, like, oh yeah, both of these people, they're decent looking, right? They're not like bad looking people, but it's just like this is how ugly it gets. This you know what I'm saying? No matter how you want to say whatever, that's nasty. That's ugly. That's how ugly it gets. To where she's doing her husband like this. This dude's like 6'2". You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm just stemming from the example I just gave you. You see what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying to jump rope on the side of a cliff. I'm not saying do that. If you just have a tendency, you have that tendency to where you like to go on cliffs and jump rope. Like that's, I don't know. It's a thing. People do it. You see what I'm saying? It's like, but why? You know, why do that? And then when you really look at it, you know, just to be real, I mean, since we're looking at this, Slim Jxmmi's probably like 5'2", 5'4". You know what I'm saying? This guy's like 6'2". You know, big, tall, black guy or whatever. So it's like, you know, the size, in this situation, the size doesn't matter, right? Are we looking at the pockets? I'm not too sure how much he's getting. He's not the lead vocalist. See what I'm saying? This guy is like a rapper, producer, and all this other stuff too. So he's getting money. So like, what is it? You feel me? It's ridiculous. And here goes the crazy thing. I'll have like maybe some of the pictures and threads up there for you guys to check out. But here's the crazy thing. And I know of a situation very, very similar, if not the exact same thing. And this is the crazy thing. She reached out to Key when her and Slim Jxmmi were going through their things, and she's basically saying like, hey, when y'all split, y'all break up, we should get together. You feel me? And basically what she was trying to do is move her out the way so she could slide in. And that's crazy to me, because it's like, that's what it's all about. That it's a game at the end of the day. And she's not just this, they're not really huge. I mean, they are to some type of degree, but they're not A-list celebrities. So this is, on a certain level, this is just like how a normal woman would move. You feel me? That has some type of clout, some type of notoriety, which, you know, most women do have. Maybe not on that grand scale, but very similar. So she's telling this lady all in her ear. And I know a situation very similar, man, to where these I know a situation like that, dude. You feel me? Got a kid. I believe they married. And this lady had already been with her man. You feel me? Maybe a few times, off and on or whatever, whenever they could link, just like this situation. And I mean, all in her face, like they friends. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. At the end of the day, you can just sit back and you can just watch stuff like this unfold, and it's like, why get in a marriage? Why get in a relationship? And I believe, like, when she was texting him during Valentine's Day, like they were like recently married, and it's like, well, why even get in a relationship if this is what you're about? You know, and here goes the hook. I don't know if this guy has a prenup. I don't know what she's gonna get, some type of child support. They got a kid together, so she's in your pockets from the jump, and it's like your heart can go out to, you know, if you're not gonna be able to vet these women and know what's going on, and you mess around and you put a ring on, you know, it's whatever at this point. I'm up to my limit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can't even begin to attempt that thought process. To what, you know, and you say, what will put somebody over the edge? What would draw? Exhibit A. You know, it's certain laws. I know in the United States, because they're in UK, but in the United States, like, if you go home and you see your wife cheating, you know, and you know, if you see things like that, that's like super dramatic, like you can definitely plead to, like, you know, a short-term insanity trip of seeing something so dramatic like that. and you will be off. You'll get off because of stuff like that. Right. But I say that to be like, that stuff is real. It's real. But I thought this was an interesting story, very interesting. They're not really like just super A-list celebrity, but hey, Slim Jxmmi with Ray Shroomer, they probably are some type of A-list, but B-list, whatever. Nah, definitely A-list. And yeah, man, it's insanity. I had to speak my 2 cents on it. I gotta say it, very nasty and ugly on this married lady's part. That is so, and I wonder like how, what's gonna be her next move after this. I mean, it has to be some type of, fatality. You know what I'm saying? Like some straight up finish him type stuff. Like what are you doing? What are you doing? These are two people that do not know what they're doing. And they got married and had a child. You talk about some like frontal cortex, cerebellum. All that is just is gone. It's completely gone for me. You see what I'm saying? Like, how does somebody do anything after that? You know what I'm saying? But that's what I got for you guys, man. Peace. I'm out.